I am back. Hello, my darlings. Hello, my laws. I thank you all for your patience. As you can tell, I'm in a different location, which means the move has been completed, which is always very exciting, which is always really good news. So I have my niece, my dog is my niece. Yes, we're one of those people. And she's just running around. She's so freaking cute. She's so adorable. But I wanted to go ahead. I was going to do a daily reading because I did a weekly reading on my podcast yesterday. So if you have not listened to that, please listen. Oh, bless me. Please listen to that. But because it got really good. It got really good. They always get good, obviously. But we're just going to go ahead and get into this weekly reading as well on here. We're going to do different cards so that way we can ensure. Hello, gorgeous. How have you been? I have missed you. I touched down in your city too. Haven't shuffled with nails in a little while. There we go. Now back in the group of things. So that means I can come through. That means I can come and see you. I am. I'll shuffle it one more time. Sorry, this is coming out on me. Hey, bet. Where at? By your house? You always looking out. You're looking out for me. You looking out for me. What the hell? There you go. I'm gonna just have to do it with just spread because that's what they're telling me. What did you just eat? Girl, what is that? I'm at T's. Yeah. I was supposed to say, you know where that? Obviously, you know where that is. You've been here a few times. I would love that. I would love that. Okay. Let's get this collective read underway. What time do you start work? You start work soon, don't you? No? Yes. Oh. Okay, yes, that is it. Oh, that's not bad. That's not too bad. Still got like some time. That's not bad. Okay. feel it in here. Just a moment. Okay. There we go. Okay. Oh, all right. So we have I am that I am. Time to self-reflect and or hermit. So that just means that for the weekly reading, especially if you haven't heard the one yesterday, you're definitely going to want to take some time to reflect exactly who you are, no matter what changes or circumstances you're going through, because again, it will be a shift. So you want to make sure that's not about it yet. So you want to make sure that you still recognize who you are, because even though you're maybe put in certain situations, shifted in certain situations, you should always remain authentically yourself. And the best way to authentically know yourself and understand yourself is to know who you are. And that comes with reflection, that comes with self-questioning, that comes with understanding exactly what's going on in the realm of your inner world. Give me one second, it's my mouth. Of your inner world. And hermit, again, is just that, again, that self-reflection, that self-digesting, indulging in self. So again, with this shift happening, this change happening, and just new revelations coming and new understandings for exactly where you want to place yourself in your life, you don't want to feel the emotions of being frustrated, irritated, anything of that sort. Okay, so just remain calm and rest and understand that you are no matter what situation you're going through. The next one that we have is tap into that earth. Okay, so that is embracing nature and all of its energy, being grounded, trusting yourself, not having any fear. That also is relying on yourself in the root chakra. Go outside, get into nature, see what the world has for you, and also being ready for abundance. Because again, along with everything shifting, if the only constant is change, we want to recognize and realize that if something, I feel like I'm losing something, something's changing in a drastic way, I have to also be changing in a drastic way for something that is abundant, something that is pleasurable, something that is amazing. Because the base chakra, which is the root chakra, which is led by earth, the keywords are I have. So we can say I have frustration, I have anxiety, what was the other? I have an overwhelming feeling, I feel anxious, I have this. Or just saying I have a calm mind, I have a playful spirit, I have the sensual understanding of self. So we want to switch the words of what we have, because we're saying I have this in my body, I have this in my mind, I have this in my possession, and we don't want to keep things that aren't going to serve us during this time of reflection. So what do you have and what do you want to obtain? Okay. Yeah. It says to balance this chakra, practicing yoga can be extremely beneficial. Dancing or light physical exercise will also help keep the energy flowing and harmonious. Honoring your body and taking care of it on the outside will bring you well-being on the inside. It works both ways. So again, even yesterday, it said, hydrate, your kidneys hate you. So again, we don't want to, because the first thing to go is typically our physical body, but our physical body is the last thing to release anything. So while we are going through this shift, this upgrade, this change, this transformation, we want to make sure that our body and our environment is not in neglection of that in any sort of way or thinking. Okay, and that comes with being authentically honest. So we have my tongue speaks truth, my ears listen, and my body will follow. So again, we want to make sure that we are still being truthful. We're not switching the situation up. We're not mincing our words. We're thinking calmly. We're thinking clearly. We're understanding that I'm going to speak the truth no matter what, and I'm going to hear the truth. So if what I'm hearing is that this is no longer working out, this is no longer happening, this isn't, this person said this person did this, I found out this, and it's just a matter of if my ears are also hearing the truth, because I'm speaking the truth and my body is following the truth, why is my life around me not a reflection of everybody else's truth as well, right? So just continuously, again, be authentic self and say, my tongue speaks truth, my ears will listen, and my body follows. So that way you're always being truthful and not trying to, it helps in a sense of not being so in your feelings and emotions, but taking those emotions and the actual sexuality of the situation and balancing them both, okay? Which goes back into earth. We have get on the magic school bus. Take chances, make mistakes, and get messy. This is a time with this rebirth, with this blooming, with this change, this transformation, this death of one thing in the life of another. This shift, this transmutation, transformation is a realization that, fuck, I can do something that I didn't think I can do. Or I can create something I didn't think I can create. I can now maneuver this to go over here. Because that didn't work out for me. That isn't working out for me, or that wasn't going to work out for me. Anything of those sorts. And now I can take chances with what I want to do. I can make mistakes because I'm starting all over again. I'm like the Fool, or I'm like the Page of Pentacles. I'm learning again, right? I'm retaking that in and diving that in. And I'm willing to get messy about it. I'm willing to make mistakes. I'm ready to risk embarrassment of self. I'm ready to look stupid in front of other people in terms of me having to learn something. So if I'm self-reflecting, again, that is also asking questions, that is digesting yourself and then spitting out what no longer is needed, right? It is processing that. We want to make sure that when we are making mistakes or things of that sort, that we can also take accountability. And accountability is allowing yourself to cash that into your bank and then withdraw it when it's needed. So get on the magic school bus, go on an adventure. They were always discovering something. They weren't afraid to ask silly questions or do weird things or just like, why don't we do that? They were ready to make mistakes. And that is what Spirit is saying. And that's why you also want to be ready for abundance. Because if you feel like it was only going to be in this way, in this direction, you can't really be abundant when it's narrow. You have to be expansively open. It says, time to stay within balance for your mind, body, and soul. Don't neglect one for the other. And then we have 333. So, again, keep in balance. The first thing to go when something happens in our life is our physical. We immediately start rejecting it, start neglecting it, start not caring. So we want to make sure, because as soon as we start looking at our life physically, our mind is going to be like, oh, it looks like this, it feels like this is what is actually happening. But it's because of what it is. Like I said, vice versa. The body can affect the mind can affect the body. So we want to make sure that we are staying in balance, that we're not forgetting that I am that I am. I'm just continuing forward in a different way of being who I am. The next one that we have is think with positive intentions and place hope and faith behind your actions, which is 222. So that's always thinking positive, ready for that abundance, ready for it to come in unexpected miracles and ways. So you want to think with positive intentions, and intentions are actions put forth that have the hope that it's going to work out and the faith of knowing that it will work out. So when we're getting messy, when we're making mistakes, when we're being creative, when we're being playful, when we're tapping into ourselves, we are thinking with positive intentions that with this self-discovery and hermit mode, with this change, with this new knowledge, this new information, I'm going to think positive that now I can take future steps forward that are meaningful in my life versus being so afraid, being so scared to continue forward. Okay, so that's either already started this week and or will be happening this week. A shift, a change, a dynamic in some sort of way, in some sense. It's a transformation of who you are. So don't forget who you are. Okay, let's go ahead and tap into, we'll do career for the week, and then we'll do love for the week, and then we'll close it out. Period. Okay. So what's going on with the collective for the week within career? Within career, Spirit. shuffle with these nails. Okay. Can you clarify third party person, please? Because that's confusing. Can we clarify? It's too many. Can we clarify third party person? Clarify third party person, please. Okay. 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 Can we clarify this isn't over? Can we clarify this isn't over? Anything else involving career, spirit, career? Let's get these organized. Okay, so first we have third party person. And I was a little confused because we're talking about career. And that's not too hard to believe because we have colleagues, we have coworkers, or if you are your own business or things of that sort, you can have third-party people that you collaborate with or that you work with. If you are currently don't have a job, it can be people within your life or people that are looking at you to hire you, anything of that sort. So then we have third-party person. So it wasn't too hard to believe, but I just want a clarification. Then we got relocation. Right? And we have stronger than you know, and they don't care, move on. Okay? So it could have been a situation where you just left the previous job or you're thinking of leaving a current job just based off of the environment of it. And that sort, and it was a matter of relocating. It was a matter of having to relocate your life, relocate where you decide to set up, relocate what you decided to do after this realization. And it wasn't like a bad thing. It was it was a weight off your shoulders dramatically because you're stronger than you know. It was this realization of like, I don't really want to be here. I don't really want to do this. They don't really want me here. I'm not ready. I'm not prepared. It's this matter of this third party person, whatever it was in the situation. It was a matter of having to relocate your thoughts, relocate your mind and what you actually did to the point where you just decided to just relocate your body. You're just saying, I don't really care. And it doesn't even mean necessarily that you even quit the job or left the job. You could just no longer mess with that person or be around that person. Or you're deciding not to collaborate with that person again if you are your own personal business, or if you currently don't have a job. It was this matter of just realizing you have to relocate, that you can make it through this. You got this. It's good. Right? So that's what we have for third party person. They didn't care. We moved on. It was a relocation. It's just now this realization that we have to recognize that we're stronger than we know. Okay? And we got a little bit into it. And that could also be you're stronger than you know because we have your insecurities are showing. So we want to make sure that we're not getting any imposter syndrome when we are granted access to something. Because sometimes people are able to see something that we are currently portraying, but sometimes we downplay what we are able to do and or what we have done. Oh, that's just me. I just do that. Or, oh, that's fine. Yeah, I do it all the time. Or, yeah, I'm used to it. It's not that hard. We downplay what it is, and that can be a show of our insecurities coming out because it's like, I don't want to be shown in the spotlight. I don't want to be seen. It seems like a lot. It seems like, no, I'm not all that good. I'm not all that great. They're better than me. No. If somebody's noticing you and they want you, no matter what position they're looking at you, they want, why don't you do this? I see you do. It's just a matter of recognizing we don't want to automatically shut it down. We're stronger than we know, and we also are more powerful than we know. And we always have unlimited potential until we decide to reach onto that point of acting on it. Okay? Then we have this isn't over, and it isn't. because just because your insecurities are showing doesn't mean it's going to be a downplaying sense. It's just a matter of recognizing that this isn't over. Come to terms with it. It's going to happen, whether it happens now and you feel like you're not worthy of it and you self-sabotage it, or it's going to happen a little bit when you recognize, like, I can do this. It isn't over. Because in terms of speaking, this is something that you really enjoy. Just because you're easy and capable of doing it doesn't mean it's just not something that you're fucking amazing at. Okay? So we have dropped the facade. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying about how you're feeling about it. It's okay. It's good. It's good to be noticed. It's good to be recognized. It's good to recognize, like, this job with the third-party person and them not caring and me having to move on, and maybe stronger to realize, like, I don't need to rely on my insecurities to be seen. My insecurities rely on me to be seen. They have to have a voice. They have to speak up. They have to do all this in order to be seen. But if I ignore them and they're not there and I start actually talking and speak to myself in a way, especially within a career life, either in a societal norm of a regular job or your own business, and or you currently don't have one, it's a matter of thinking, like, if I don't speak on it, it'll be fine. Because now I'm not giving it life. But they do want you to speak the fuck up on when you do know what the fuck you're talking about. No, this is actually this. No, this is actually this. No, this is actually this. Just because somebody else comes up with another point, another idea, doesn't make yours less valid and or less knowledgeable and less accurate. Drop the facade of feeling like, oh, I don't really know that. You do know, and that's okay to know, because again, we don't want those insecurities to have a forefront. Speak the fuck up when it's time to speak the fuck up. When you need that raise, you need that promotion, speak the fuck up. When you actually need what was told to you, speak the fuck up. When you said that they were going to do this and they were collaborating with you, they were meeting with you, speak the fuck up. Because if you don't, it's allowing your insecurities to have the voice and have the driver's seat. And we don't want that, because it leads to a dead end. It leads us nowhere, because lies lead to nowhere. A facade leads to nowhere. And if this isn't over, once you reach that dead end, Spirit is just going to make your ass turn right back around and say, try it again. What, you thought you was going to get away from it? No, you're either going to continuously self-sabotage with your insecurities, or you're going to grow up, and not in a sense of like age, but in a sense of like understanding I have growth and I'm actually growing up and I'm planting seeds, nurturing them and watering them. Or I'm just going to go to a dead end and have to continuously go in cycles. Right? I'm going to need clarification. Because it's a little weird. No, it's not. Thank you. So we have secret revealed and fact checked. So sometimes when things don't work out, it's because we're not privy to all the information and we're not privy to all the knowledge. Right? Or maybe we didn't do enough self-discovery. So if we're thinking about air, it's about logic, it's about critical thinking, it's about researching, it's about gathering more information. So if there's a secret revealed, sometimes we are the revealers of those secrets. So make sure that you're fact-checking. If this person didn't care, why didn't they care? What were they saying? What was going on? Why do they feel this way? And not in a way of like, let me question myself, but let me fact-check exactly what they were saying. Let me fact-checked why this situation didn't happen. Let me fact-check why they decided to give me that instead of this. It's just a matter of realizing that's where the secrets can be revealed. And so when we recognize that sometimes our insecurities are also our emotions and our feelings. So as soon as we drop the facade, we're able to look at facts in a very hawk-like perspective and viewpoint, right? Because major wins are coming in. And we don't want to look at it like, I don't know. We want to be able to look at it from not a face value. That's what I was going to say. We want to look at it deeper than face value. And the best way, again, to do that is to recognize that you're stronger than you know. But the more you know, the better that you do. So getting into yourself, speaking up for yourself, silencing your insecurities, and recognizing that, because right now you're pregnant. I love this card. Pregnant, about to be pregnant, things of that sort, right? So pregnancy is coming in. And again, with that secret being revealed, this will help your baby blossom. Sometimes it's a matter of, again, gathering more information. If we think about back then, ladies were smoking with cigarettes when they were pregnant. Until somebody was like, you probably shouldn't do that. The more you know, the better you're able to nurture your child, the better it's going to be. Right? So if you are just going off of the facade that you've been giving yourself and or others being fake and lying to you and they're not really caring, you're going off your insecurities, it's not going to be a healthy pregnancy. It's going to be a dead end. That's not bad. But you get what I'm saying. It's a different world altogether, though. So step into that different world. Step into it. Because as soon as you start doing things for you, especially in your career life where we spend a lot of our time because society, we have to make funds, to make money, to pay bills, to do what we want to do. But as soon as we step inside of realizing I can do that without losing me, which also leads back to the entire whole encapsulation of the weekly reading, without losing me while still knowing who I am with this shift, with this change, I'm going to cultivate a different world. Because again, if I silence my insecurities, I'm no longer going to be living in a world that's filled with my insecurities, right? Me not feeling like I'm worth it. I'm going to be in balance with self, having positive intentions and positive thoughts. So that was the career reading. Let's go ahead and get into this love. Love for the week. Isn't that hilarious? How your love gonna be for the week? Oh, this gonna be. There we go. Oh, what's it gonna be? 'Cause I can't see. No, what's it gonna be? More than friends. Okay, what's gonna? Let's tell me to shuffle it one more time. We're just gonna cut the deck. Okay, what's the collective reading for the? What's the love reading for the collective for this week? They really just like it anyway. That's okay. That's okay, baby. You can get your way. Okay. We got commitment, so taking it to the next level. Putting a name on it, putting a ring on it, putting a deed on it. A deed is actually getting married, like your wedding contract. For those that don't know, it's a thing on it. So it could be a commitment within a relationship, wanting to take the next step, move to the next level. What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? Next level. Joy and stability. So after this conversation, after realizing that you want to have a little bit more commitment in your relationship, and you guys actually set out what commitment in a relationship looks and feels like for each person and partner that is coming together. Not just saying, yeah, we go real good together. We've been going together for a long time. Discuss exactly what it feels like to have joy and stability in your relationship, so that way you're on the same page, so that way you can continuously have that joy and stability that was already crafted to make you guys want to move to that next level, if that makes sense. So yes, commitment, beautiful, but before the commitment, always have a conversation, right? It's kind of like when you starting a new grade in the school year, you would always have that conversation with the teachers beforehand, and or they would give you a syllabus of what to expect on this level. Just do that. It's okay. If they're ready for a commitment, they'll be ready for the conversation. What else you got for the collective for the week, Spirit? Ooh. We have love is a verb. If you don't know what a verb is, it is an action. Action is moving your body. Moving. It's moving. It's physical action. It's physical movement. So love is a verb, right? So we want to make sure that we are actually putting action into this as well. I can say I love you all day, and I do through here. But if I'm not showing you, if I'm not committing to that and things of that sort, it's kind of just null and void right now. And I can write that on a piece of paper and tell myself that in the morning. So, love is an action. Then we have true love. True love has to come from being truthful. This is a beautiful reading. I like a beautiful love reading. It feels good. Also, true love, don't think of this as only in a relationship, especially if you're already in one. Not saying that somebody else can. even if you're already in one, but this can also be about your friendships as well. This can also be about your relationship with your family. If you're not committed to your family and they're not committed to you, it's not going to be a good relationship no matter what the title is, right? If there isn't joy and stability in the relationship for your friendship, it's not going to last long, because you can be joy, but it can be unstable. You can be stable, but not have any joy, right? If they're not putting any action, it doesn't have to be true love. So we want to make sure. Anything else for the weekly reading for the Love Collective? I'm out of here. Y'all get what I mean. Speak now, please. Speak now. I'll forever hold your peace. I think that's it. Spirit said that's it. That's all we getting. That's all we getting. Yeah. Reunited. And it feels so good. So that's it for the love reading. True love is a verb. Commitment, joy, and stability. They said that's pretty much what's going to be happening. So be prepared for those conversations. Be prepared for that going down. Again, with this shift in dynamic. And I'm going to be honest, with the information that we were gathering on both of the readings that I did yesterday on the podcast, please have a conversation. And if you're not ready for that conversation, please just wait. It is so important to wait, because with the shift happening, with the change happening, people are so ready, especially in the Gemini spirit of wanting to be so vocal, but they forget that air is also about thinking things through, having logic, having understanding, and is about researching and gathering your facts and information, right? Air, I always think of them as having the facts first, and then they add the feelings in later. So you want to make sure that it's just like, okay, this is what you're saying. You've thought about it, but let me think about it as well. Let me marinate it on as well. Let me ask a few questions. Don't just dive in, because with the entire reading of these, everything is having a shift, even in our career. Just make sure that we're having conversations and also checking back in with ourselves. Are we ready for this? Right? Because with all the healing and things that are currently going on, and it's always being on a healing journey, we want to make sure that, okay, am I ready for this? Because if they're going to tell me what it means to them to have joy and stability in a relationship, can I even provide this before I'm like, yeah, let's get this shit? How can I be like, yeah, I'm ready, to take on this collaboration or this new promotion or these big wins? We're having a conversation first, because you're going to be getting offers. That's what be ready for abundance was in the first card. Be ready for abundance. It's an infinite possibility of abundance coming your way in different aspects of your life. Doesn't mean you have to take every single one on the first go round. Just because it's offered, that don't mean you got to take it, okay? Please go listen to the other reading from yesterday as well. It's really good. It's a little bit longer, and it gathers in the emotions. So I love you guys. And I hope you love yourselves more.